Hello YouTube world, my name is Nicholas Montez and you're watching my YouTube channel, The Teenage Movie Critic, and welcome back to another YouTube channel video, everybody. I'm so excited to have it all back together again, and in today's video, we're going to be doing an interesting video. We're going to be reviewing Christopher Nolan movies that I haven't seen leading up to Oppenheimer next week. But before we do that, let's go ahead and talk about some Christopher Nolan films that I saw before The Prestige. So as Christopher Nolan's first film in his filmography, I don't necessarily think this was a very good film. It kind of has some of that Christopher Nolan style, but most of it was just kind of boring. Plus it's in black and white, so it's not the best one. Memento, on the other hand, I think was a much better movie. It takes a spin on a story and telling a story backwards, which I think was such creative storytelling. Plus adding the guy that played Guy Pearce into this story was just so great. And doing an action movie where you're not just punching people just in the face. It's just a creative story that I think was done excellently. Insomnia, I think, is still good, but it has a couple of flaws, you know. It's not exactly as abrasive with the storytelling of Memento, but I still think it is a very good movie. It has some great storytelling when it comes to that stuff. You know, Al Pacino, Robin Williams in this movie, they're pretty great performers, and, you know, the performances I think are great, so I really enjoyed this movie. Now, Batman Begins, I think, is a really good origin story for Christopher Nolan's version of Bruce Wayne. I think, you know, Christian Bale really did a great job as playing Batman and Bruce Wayne. I think Liam Neeson as the villain in Ra's al Ghul is great. I think a lot of the actors and actresses did really well. And just kind of portraying this story in Christopher Nolan fashion, I think was really good. Now let's go ahead and talk about The Prestige. Okay, so I think when it comes to this movie, there's just so many interesting things to like about this movie. I mean, from the way that the story is told to the trickery, as the movie is centered on magicians doing magical things and making stuff disappear, doing these magical acts. I think in the way that the story is told, it sets up all these twists and turns, and it also sets up like relationship issues and cheating, and I just think the way that the story is told in this movie is very, very good. I think another great part about this movie is also the cast. Of course, you got Hugh Jackman in here. You got Scarlett Johansson, which was a surprise to me that I didn't even know she was going to be in here. I think also Rebecca Ferguson, if I'm not mistaken. And, of course, you also got Christian Bale, who came back after playing Batman Begins. So overall, I think that this film has a pretty good story, and when the twists happen, it is really great. I think when it comes to the bad, you know, I think this is probably my favorite Christopher Nolan film, and I think it's because it's the one I can actually understand and I relate to more. Whereas I feel like part of what makes the other Christopher Nolan films so unique is that they actually have style. And with this film, you don't necessarily feel that sense of style in directing when it comes to this movie. And I feel like that's kind of one of the big issues, is that it feels a little bit different from other Christopher Nolan films. But as a film itself is great. And I don't know if it really works as a Christopher Nolan film, but I would say of all the films I've seen of his, it's definitely my favorite. So it's kind of difficult in the way that works. Besides that, I think it's a great movie. That is my thoughts on The Prestige. Before I get my final score, be sure down below. What are your thoughts on The Prestige? Did you guys love it? Did you guys hate? What are in between? Let me know all your thoughts down in the comment section below. With that, so let's get all my scores. Alright, so that's it for my scores, but we have one more thing to do before we end this video, and that's to do my updated ranking of the Christopher Nolan films. Alright, so that's it for my updated ranking. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. All my social media stuff is in the about section over there. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.